All right, so I put him in the prone position so I can show you how to do the glutes from this position. Normally, I will do the glutes in the prone position if I'm working on the hamstrings as well. So I'm going to start with the glutes first, but you don't have to. If you are working on somebody that has hamstring issues, you also want to include the glutes, kind of like what we did in the beginning. Remember when we were doing the forearm work and then we were coming up and around the greater trochanter? Pretty much the same thing. The only difference is you're really going to focus on that greater trochanter. And it's something that you really can't do with your elbow. Using a brace finger and then just trying to bring it straight in. Well, and so you can actually feel those muscles or the tendons that's attached to that greater trochanter just kind of move. And that's essentially what you're working towards, especially if you're dealing with somebody that has, say, piriformis syndrome, sciatica. The goal is to loosen up that piriformis muscle so that it takes the pressure off of that sciatic nerve. So you're just going around, sinking in, detailed work. Normally I'm sitting down when I'm doing this. And you're going to cover all aspects of this glute. And then I will take my whole forearm, line it up just a little bit medial to the greater trochanter. I'm sinking in with my forearm and my elbow, and I'm just bringing it until I fall into the crease. And that covers the whole aspect of the gluteus and the 6 deep lateral rotators. So like the quadriceps that have the same common insertion, the hamstrings have a common origin, which is at the ischiotuberosity. The ischiotuberosity is the sit bone, okay? So you're going to have to find the sit bone in order to be able to address these tendons, okay? So again, process is the same. Actually, flex your hamstrings for me. There we go, just bring it, you're gonna bring it into flexion, so come up against my hand. There we go. So there are his hamstrings here, okay? Biceps femoris, semi-tendinosus, and then semi-membranosus. So this is all here, okay? So you can relax. Okay, so same thing. Broadening and lengthening. It's all you're, and cleaning it up. That's all you're doing. addressing the attachments. So all I'm doing is I'm finding that sit bone. Once I have found it, I'm able to take a brace finger and then just bring it in. Oops, Lord, I had it in, turn, and down. In, turn, and down. So again, it brings the length to those hamstring attachments. Okay? Or alternatively, you can just get your brace finger in there and just bring it out laterally, following that sit bone. Okay? And just remember, if it's hamstrings, you're going to do the quads. If it's TFL, you're going to do the adductors. Or if you just want to be on the safe side and just make sure that everything is covered, I would just do everything from glute to knee if you are going to be addressing people that have these kinds of issues. Gastrocnemius originates on the medial lateral condyles of the femur and then comes down, let me see, bring that down just a little bit, through the Achilles tendon into the calcaneus. So, and then also the gastroc actually splits in two, which just kind of makes this easier. So again, same concept, sinking in, compressive broadening. And here's the thing, you don't have to come all the way down because the rest of this is that tendinous sheath. So just cover the aspect of the muscle and then you can do your lengthening strokes starting at the heel and then working your way up towards the condyle. To address the attachment, you want to bring the foot into dorsiflexion so that this Achilles tendon pops out. And then with both thumbs on either side, you're going to start from top to bottom, from bottom to top. And you're just going to sink in and you're going to clear out all of this as well. You can also from this side, you can see me push on the opposite side. If you pushed on the opposite side, you can be able to work this area as well. So you can use your thumb or your finger, anything, this area. This is the carpal tunnel syndrome for the foot. So this is referred to as, it could be tarsal tunnel syndrome. So everything that comes in and then underneath, that is the tarsal tunnel. So if you can go in and be able to clear all of this stuff out, that would be great. And then the same thing, you push on this side and then work on this side. You also want to make sure that you get the tendinous attachments here as well. If you feel anything that needs any additional work, like he's got a little bit tightness here, again, it's a matter of making that muscle or group of muscle fibers pliable so you can do your additional work wherever it's needed. Hamstrings are next.